I think for sure we're hoping to get top 4. I think that's just like for us, if we don't get top 4, at least with the major regions, it would be a pretty big disappointment.
Hi everyone, this is Tom reporting from the Mid-Season Invitational, where Cloud9 unfortunately did just lose against DWG KIA, and here to talk about the match with me is Cloud9's jungler Blaber. Blaber, I guess heading into the series, you guys weren't favorites against DWG KIA, but talk to me a bit about how you felt heading into the match and how the match progressed for you.
Yeah, I guess going into the match, we were pretty confident that we could do well versus them. Obviously, we all hoped for a win, but it's not the end of the world that we lost. I think the match could have been a lot closer. I think I got really behind in the early game, and it was kind of hard for me to get back. But regardless, I think it wasn't the worst game by us, but definitely some things we could improve on.
Yeah, and that matchup specifically, we've seen the rise of Morgana and Kindred. It was much predicted heading into this patch with the changes that came through. Has it been easy for you to shift back to that meta and overall get comfortable with that new champion pool?
Yeah, it's definitely been easy for me to shift to the meta. I think I'm pretty comfortable on all of these champions, and I'm hoping to pull out some more in the coming days.
Is there any chance you think we're gonna see the Rumble, or is it gonna be perma-banned the entire time?
Rumble might come out in a couple of games, but there is also a very high chance that Rumble will be banned a lot throughout the series or throughout the games.
Talking a bit more about specifically the early game in your series against DWG KIA, it started off pretty well, especially the bot lane, where obviously Sven got that nice kill on Barrel and people were very excited. So how did you feel in that early game? Did you feel very confident and comfortable there? Also, you were 2 Drakes up against them.
Yeah, the early game was pretty rough for me, at least. They kind of Showmaker and Kenyon were kind of moving together and taking my jungle, and then Khan was also in my jungle, kind of taking me out. I think honestly the first dragon fight, if it went better, the game would have been perfectly fine. I ended up losing the crab to Morgana like passive or something.
Yeah, I think the W was ticking or something. Yeah.
But I should have got that. I thought it would have died to my mark, or sorry, my jungle item. So I thought I would have got that crab, but if I got my first mark, I think it could have been different. And if we got the dragon, if we just played the fight slower or differently. But regardless, our early game was decent because we got some kills, but I'm sure we were down a decent amount of gold because we lost 3 towers and we got nothing back. So
yeah,
it's something we can for sure look on going to maybe draft or play for the next couple games.
Yeah, talking a bit more holistically about heading into this group. Obviously, many people are expecting you guys to make it out of this group when the DWG KIA is going to be a tough opponent, but you have Infinity and Detonation Focus Me as well in your group. Judging from scrims so far and your feel of playing against these other opponents, how do you feel Cloud9's chances overall in the tournament?
I think Cloud9 has decent chances to go far in the tournament. I think for sure we're hoping to get top 4. I think that's just like for us, if we don't get top 4, at least with the major regions, it would be a pretty big disappointment. I think we are looking forward to the upcoming games, right? Obviously, we're not looking down on our opponents, DFM or Infinity. They also won their region, so they can show up and play. But I think for sure Cloud9 has very decent chances of going very far in this tournament.
And when you look at the other regions, aside from Europe and China and Korea, which teams do you think people are maybe underestimating or should be looking out for?
I don't know about underestimating, but for sure PSG Talent and is a very strong team. We haven't scrimmed against the Russian team at all, but I think the Turkish team could also be pretty good. So I think definitely those teams, besides the 4 major regions, are teams that people should be looking out for.
Yeah, I do want to talk to you about playing on that international stage. It's gonna be different every time you walk on the stage, but especially when you're on an international environment. How was it for you to walk on that stage? And well, you're seeing an empty crowd, but still, was it anything special to you to be there?
I don't know if it was special. I mean, it definitely feels nice to be on stage, right? Instead of playing at home in front of your computer. But I'm not really having fans. It's like usually when you take your headsets off, people are cheering for the enemy team, and then that kind of sucks, right? Or cheering for you, but like
Mm-hmm.
we kind of just take off our headsets and then we hear nothing, and then we're just like, do we leave or what do we do now? So it's kind of like you're just playing at home, but you can see your opponents.